Hi everyone. So today, welcome back to our text splitting series. Today we are diving into one of the most sophisticated chunking methods, the advanced recursive splitter with custom settings. This builds upon what we have learned about the basic recursive character text splitter, but with much more granular control and optimization for specific use cases. Hmm. Let me start with a simple analogy. Imagine you are trying to cut a long piece of text into manageable pieces. So basic splitters are like using regular scissors. They work but not always optimally. Advanced recursive splitter is like having a professional paper cutter with different blades for different type of paper. Think of it in this way. You wouldn't cut a research paper the same way you would cut a technical manual or a novel. Each document type has its own structure and needs. The advanced recursive splitter lets us customize how we split text based on the specific type of documentation or document that we are working with. Let's dive into the technical details. The advanced recursive splitter is essentially a highly configurable version of the recursive character text splitter that we learned about earlier. So the key customizable components in advanced recursive splitter is first the document type specific setting, different chunk size for different content types, varied overlap percentage based on content complexity, custom separator hierarchy at optimized for each format. The second is smart separator hierarchy. For academic paper, you can go ahead with slash n, then we'll write it down over here. For academic paper, you can, let's say, go ahead with slash n, full stop, and there is exclamation mark, then there is question mark, then there is semicolon, then there is what else can we go? Comma, and after that, let's say space. Okay, so you can go for this one for academic paper. Okay, now for technical documents, you can go like for /n/n, this all /n/n/n hashtag. That could be the coding we use it for commenting. You can use that one, or similarly, you can use only /n whatever you want to. Then for general document, we can go ahead like this /n dot and the generic one. So you can customize your things like this. Then for optimized parameter, you can use optimized parameters. Let's say for academics, you can go for 800 characters with 150 overlap because it preserves complex concepts. Then you can for technical you can go out with 1000 characters with 200 overlap, maintains the code command context. Then for general documents, you can go with 1000 characters with 200 overlap. It's a balanced approach. Obviously, it will change as per your need and as per your specific use case. The, how the recursive process works, the recursive part means it tries to split on the largest possible separators first, then progressively move to the smaller ones. If the chunk size is still too large, it will again go ahead with for the next separator. Let me walk through an academic. Let's say there is an academic example. Okay, first it tries to split on double new lines, that is /n/n, that paragraph breaks. If the chunk size are still too big, as you have mentioned, then it tries single new lines, that is /n. Then still if it's big, then it goes for sentence index, that is dot, full stop, exclamation mark, or question mark. Still if it exceeds the size, then it would go for punctuations like semicolon, comma, or space. And finally, it will gather the individual words and characters. This ensures that we maintain semantic coherence while hitting our target chunk size. So this is how advanced recursive splitter works. So let's deep dive into the code and see and create a advanced recursive splitter for our case study. So if you remember, I will be again using the same document that I will show you again. So this is the document I will be using, obviously, but there is a facility that you can use n number of documents for this size. So I'm just using this one because since I'm using from the first starting itself, so that's okay. Now let's go ahead and create our advanced recursive splitter. Import US from LangChain underscore community dot document, the document loaders, import py loader, then from LangChain underscore text underscore splitters, import recursive character text splitter from lang some LangChain underscore core dot documents, import document from typing, import list, and okay, over here I will say print will import successful. Okay, then to then I would go for loading that PDF. So I would say def load PDF. Okay, so it has created for me. You can see the file path and which will be in a string format, then the loader and the written document. Then I would say print. Okay, then okay, then I need to show you that print that how many what is the length of the document for I and enumerate documents. Then I would say over here metadata equals doc dot metadata. Okay, fine. After this, I would say that I would go ahead and create that advanced recursive splitter. So I would say def advanced recursive splitter. Okay, if you are not using this one. Okay, then will be a list of documents. Then I would say that if the document type equals to academic, okay, then text splitter would use recursive character text splitter. Okay, then chunk size equals to chunk size, and the separators, if you remember, I have written this, I have removed it. Okay, the separators would be this many. Okay, then obviously I will be using the length function. Okay, after this, okay, then I would go elif document type equals to legal, then it would go recursive character text splitter. Then the separators would be different for this time. Let me show you. This would be the separators. Okay, so spelling is wrong. Elif. Okay, now if I go ahead, say else, this would be the general one. Okay, for general purpose. So again the text splitter, but this time this would be separator. Oh, I forgot to mention the just a second. And over here the chunk size would be 800 and the chunk overlap would be 150. Then in legal, if you remember, I have said the chunk size would be 1000 and the chunk overlap would be 200. Similarly, for generic also, we will give the same, that is 1000 and 200. After this, we will say, okay, after this, we will say chunk equals to text splitter that split document, then printf how many document type it has, or this printf for document type. Okay, you can say this one. Then for the first, let's say chunks, it will give the what is the chunk number and page content, and then I would return the chunk. And over here, I would say academic. Okay, first I will say documents equals to load PDF. No, I will say this is the path. So PDF path equals to R. Sorry, then I would say academic chunks equals to and document type equals to academic, because that's what we are trying to do. Now let's try to run it using the document type over here. Okay, I don't need to send this because I'm already saying that I need to send document type equals to string. And by default, let's keep it as academic. Okay, let's save it and run it. File path. So we okay. So you can see over here I've mentioned file path. That's the reason it's not saying me file path. It's saying that this is an error. Okay, let me clear it for you and then show you. So you can see over here, first it has page 1, then page 2, this is the document, page 3 and page 4. Then it has tried to give the chunk 1 content. It has, see over here, it has split it into 13 chunks using advanced recursive for academic product. 13 chunks, right?